It's a good day. Hello, come in, come in. Let's say hi. We are taking our first more than 3-day vacation in over 2 years. And that is one of the cons of owning a grocery store. You can never truly get away. I'm in a good mood today. I'm in a fantastic mood because today I'm traveling to New York City and leaving the store behind for a full 3 days. This comes with many cons, but it has many pros, and that's what this video is all about. Welcome back to my channel, guys. Thank you for coming by and tickling my fancy for the next 10 minutes while I get into the life of a small business owner. Before this video starts, I want to thank the subscribers and the audience that's been watching this channel over the years. You've seen me all over the store ranting and raving about the industry and the small business world and becoming an entrepreneur. I want to say thank you. I don't say this as much anymore. I feel like it gets repetitive, but I appreciate every single like, every single comment, and all the people who have been subscribed to this channel and our new audience that has been building every day. To think that there's almost 9,000 people watching me talk in this store about, food and money is kind of a nice feeling. It's 9,000 people is a small stadium watching a soccer game, but you choose to watch me talk about food. So thank you. Let's start with the pros. And at the very end, I'm going to give you the worst con that plagues this business and how to navigate around it. The number one pro of this business is if you're passionate about being in the food industry, this opens up all the angles that you can imagine. If you like cooking, you can have, a prep food section. If you're into coffee, you can have a takeout coffee section. And that's exactly what we did here with our store. We not only have grocery, but we do a prep food section and a takeout coffee and pastry section. So I was always into these angles of being in the food industry, and I was able to put them all in one location. So the number one pro is you're able to be in the food industry if that's what you're passionate about in all different angles without kind of secluding yourself to just one. The second pro is realistically you're going to have a lot of food that is left over, about to go bad, or doesn't look good enough to sell to your customers. Hey,
I told you to start with the pros.
I am starting with the pros. I just saw Felicia out of this door. I guarantee you someone's coming up to this door right now to knock on the door and see if they can come in after closing. Okay, never mind, he walked by. But that happens all the time, believe me. Trust me, this happens all the time. So, basically speaking, instead of waste or things just sitting on the shelves forever that don't sell, Felicia and I have free range to all grocery that we've ever wanted. In other words, we've never spent a dime on grocery, personal grocery for ourselves in 6 years. So it does add up, do the math. People are spending a lot of money on grocery. The one pro you have is you get to grocery shop for free, essentially. It depends, on your business, and if you have other partners. But for a sole proprietor like us, we're able to do this and not have to throw as much away. The third pro is you get to be your own boss. And that is the beauty and the biggest benefit of ever being in any small business or any business at all. When you don't have to take orders from anyone, be micromanaged by anyone, listen to anyone that gives you, more and more tasks or has more and more meetings or deal with coworkers who are toxic, you get to choose the people you work with. And the biggest benefit of this that I found is you are able to try every decision that you truly believe in without having to run it by anyone else. If I want to change my sign to something else, I can do it. If I want to add a shelf over here, Felicia and I can do it. If Felicia has an idea for new products, she can go ahead and try it. The endless capabilities of being your own boss and controlling your own destiny and being able to say, I truly deserve the salary that I'm making, is an accomplishment like no other. Pro number 4, you're able to expand your offering with a click of a mouse. You can order inventory just like that nowadays from wholesalers, and it will show up at your doorstep, and all you have to do is put it on the shelves. Well, I'm talking inventory from around the world for your customers that are already coming in. This is the easiest way to build your average sale, because people are already coming in to buy what you have, and now you're showcasing new items that were easy to bring in. So you have the ability to cater to customers with a click of a mouse nowadays. That couldn't be any more simple to increase your revenue. This could be a con as well if you start buying the wrong things. Do your research, find what your customers want, and then offer it to them. Now, the cons list. And there's many more pros and many more cons, but for the scope of this video, let's stick to 4 pros and 4 cons. Con number 1, the problem, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, you can truly never get away from your business. Even if you have good employees, I guarantee you the minute or the hour or even half a day that you get away and step away from this area, you will get a phone call. This is wrong. This is not working. This person can't come in. We have a irate Karen at the front door that won't leave. I've heard all these comments and complaints. Trust me, when you leave, there will be problems. So this business and many other small brick and mortar businesses, you can never truly get away. You're either on the phone, email, or you're coming back to fix the fire in the building. But trust me, this business is like a newborn baby. It needs you at all times. You nourish it, you feed it, and you change it. And then you can reap the benefits and the rewards at probably 5 years later. Con number 2. This is the most competitive industry in the world. The grocery industry, just based on the necessity that provides to people, that people need it all the time, is so competitive, where people are nickel and diming to get customers in their door as much as possible. You are competing against giants, billionaire companies that can squash you like a bug. So your job is to differentiate from all of that and not focus on the competition, but be aware that a good majority of people that are purchasing groceries are very, very price conscious. And they're trained to be that way through the flyers, through the marketing, through the store sales. This is an industry where you cannot compete on price if you're not one of the big dogs. Learn that fast and learn that hard. If you're trying to compete with the big dogs, you will run yourself to zero. I don't bother competing with them. I do my own thing. I price things fair. I have different things that no one else carries, and my neighborhood supports the store. So that leads us into con number 3. Con number 3. You will have a very hard time increasing your daily customers. In a brick and mortar store, it is very hard to grow in a sense where you get more people per day, because in general, people will shop which is the most convenient to their houses. No one is coming across town to shop at your store. No one is coming, out of their way to shop at your store. Your store is based on convenience, and even the big stores know that their customer base is the 5 to 10 kilometer radius of where people work or they live. Some people will navigate, to you if you have different things or things that they can't find anywhere else, or maybe you have things cheaper in a sense that you keep things a little cheaper to bring more people in. But at the end of the day, increasing your customer count in this business is very, very hard to scale. Because where are you? You're in one location all the time. You cannot go to the customers unless you start offering delivery. And that is a pain in and of itself. You see these two garbage cans? These two garbage cans are the richest specimen in the building. The amount of waste that this one small store produces is honestly shocking. I pause for dramatic effect. It is honestly sad the amount of stuff that this society will not consume if it has a little dent, a scratch, it doesn't look perfect. And mind you, I try to avoid throwing as much away as possible by, donating it, or, we repurpose it into sauce or applesauce. As I've told you before, there has to be ways to mitigate your waste. So tomatoes that don't look good become tomato sauce. Apples that, are dented and aren't selling and kind of look ugly, applesauce. Any salads that aren't moving fast enough, they get chopped up into pre-made salads. Carrots become, an ingredient in something. And even so, there's still many, many things that make these two the richest in the building. But more than me, more than Felicia, the amount of waste just tallies up every single day. And it's not just me, trust me. It is known that 1 out of every 7 transport trucks of food becomes complete waste. As in, it is known that out of those 7 trucks, 1 is garbage. So that is the biggest plague of this industry. And we can't do much about it. People want to see so many things on the shelves, and sadly, they don't sell fast enough and they become waste. And 1 week, people will take something, so I reorder it, and the next week I can't give it away for free. There really is a hard battle to find that balance, to really balance out the waste. And it takes a long time to, make it a little bit more feasible, because when we first started, we were trying all new products and we really didn't know what our customer wanted. And now we've really condensed our perishable inventory stock to kind of navigate a better balance on making sure the customers are happy with the inventory and we don't have extra. So we're getting there, we're getting better. So with that being said, I hope this sheds some light on the grocery business or the retail kind of food industry. And I want to leave you guys with the 4 pros and 4 cons today. Enjoy your night, and if you have any comments or suggestions on other pros and cons, I'd love to hear them from your experiences, and we can kind of grow from there. Thank you.